Welcome to the One Star Weak Foot Show, FIFA 21 edition, starring your host, One Star Weak Foot, and our review specialist, One Star Weak Foot. Bow! Good evening, YouTube, and welcome to the One Star Weak Foot Show, your one-stop shop for player reviews. I'm going to be your host today, One Star Weak Foot, and it makes me feel great to see you back on the channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. So, today we will be taking a break from the team of the season content. I mean, it's been quite a whirlwind these last 4 or 5 weeks. There's just been cards on cards on cards to review. And because Ultimate Team of the Season's out, it seems like the content has slowed down. I don't know if EA is allergic to SBCs at this time of the year. I don't know if they just figure that the game is dying. You might as well not drop more player SBCs, because that's what I was looking forward to in Ultimate Team of the Season. It did start off well with Dembele and then Javi Martinez, but the last 2 days it's been kind of dry. But today there were new cards that did catch my eye. They're Conmebol Team of the Group Stages cards, and we're gonna get into it. Alright guys, let's take a look at the cards we will be reviewing today. The first one's gonna be the left winger card, Chancalay, I believe you say his name. He's 5'10". He has high medium work rates. He's right-footed with a 4-star combination, as you guys see here. I have played 5 games with him, all of them in division rivals, and he got 4 goals and 0 assists. Before we go any further, if you're enjoying the content, if you want more content like this, do me a big favor. Hit the like button down below, and if you're new to the channel, as always, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate every single one of you guys that clicked this video. So, look at this Chancalay card. You might not be considering him to be a starter on your team. I mean, at this stage of the game, everybody has juiced up teams. But maybe you're looking at him as a super sub. We did try him in multiple positions. We tried him as a left striker and as a cam in a 4-1-2-2. And I do have a lot to say about him. Looking at him on paper, he looks insane. I mean, the pace, the dribbling, the shooting, the passing is all there. What he is missing, though, is some traits. He doesn't have any flair trait, outside or finesse shot traits. Dribbling wise, he does have very good stats, but there is a question mark here with the 84 reactions. Is it going to be an issue? We're going to see. What I do like about cards like this is that they do have some physical as well. 80 strength and 81 aggression is going to be useful just in case his dribbling isn't good enough to get him out of these hairy situations. The next card we're going to be talking about here is going to be Boo, Walter Boo. And he's a very, very good looking card as well. He's 5'9". He has medium low work rates. He's right footed with a 4-star combination, as you guys see here. He's played 5 games for us, and his goal contributions are very similar with 3 goals and 0 assists. And we look at this card. He looks very, very similar to Chancalay. I mean, I don't really see a big difference between the cards, but I'm assuming in game there will be a big difference. He has the pace, once again, the shooting, the passing, the dribbling stats to be very, very good as far as a meta card on this game, to be a very, very good super sub if that's what you're looking for in this game. Physical wise, he looks very similar, but he does have some differences here. He has 89 aggression, which looks very nice. His reactions are noticeably better than Chancalay, and his composure at 96 looks absolutely brilliant. So, without further ado, I'm gonna take you over to our review specialist in the studios, One Star Weak Foot. Take it away. Thanks, One Star. So, as you guys know, we're doing the double review today, and the first one is gonna be Team of the Group Stages Chancalay. He is selling for 170k on the PS4 market, but I do expect his price to drop to sub 100,000 coin level. Is he worth it at that price? I would say if he does drop below 100k, he's going to be a very good super sub for you, or even a starter. We're going to talk about it. Starting with his pace. He has 98 pace, and the thing that really stood out about this card is his explosiveness. He explodes out the skill moves. He just bursts past defensive lines without any difficulty, and once he's in behind, he stays in behind. Overall, this guy's pace is a 10 out of 10. I can't really imagine it getting much better. Next, we'll talk about his shooting. And this is a part of the card that I thought was very good. He has 92 attack positioning. That, along with his pace, makes him very hard to cover for any defender, even if they drag defenders into the right positions to mark him. He's always going to get into dangerous areas. His finishing did surprise me. He has 92 finishing, which is very good in paper, but he did score me quite a bunch of very good goals from tight angles, and that leads me to believe he's a very clinical finisher. I'm supposing some of that is due to his 96 shot power. His 99 long shots will test the keeper every single time if you shoot it from a good angle. Overall, this guy's shooting is a 9 out of 10. Definitely good enough to play his striker position. Definitely good enough to really test his shooting if you are in tight areas. Next, we'll talk about his passing.
And this is another part of the card I really enjoyed. He has 99 vision, which is maxed out. He has 86 short passing and 89 curve. So in tight areas and around the box, if you need somebody to break apart the bus scenario, this guy's gonna be able to do it very well. His 90 long passing of interest is higher than his short passing. And it's very, very nice. His passes all had a very nice weight to them. It doesn't matter if I pelted it across the pitch. If I was trying to beat the defensive line with a through ball, he was able to execute them at a very high level. Overall, this guy's passing is a 9 out of 10. Next, we'll talk about his dribbling, and I really enjoyed this aspect of the card. The big question here was the 84 reactions. Is it an issue? I would say no. I didn't really notice the reactions being an issue as far as his dribbling goes. He still felt fairly sticky, and he still felt very, very nice as far as wiggling through tight defensive areas. His agility and balance is 99 and 90 respectively, and that makes his left stick dribbling very responsive, very nice, very good. And he explodes out of skill moves. And I did find him being a better skiller than he was a left stick dribbler. I will be talking about that more shortly when I talk about the other card we're talking about, but his dribbling was very good nonetheless. Overall, this guy's dribbling is a 9 out of 10. Not quite at the top level, but not quite far off either. Finally, we'll be talking about his physical, and I really enjoyed this aspect of the card as well. It's just as advertised with the 80 strength and 81 aggression. His shielding is surprisingly effective because when you see him in game, he's not that big, but he is able to pack a punch. He's able to protect the ball very well, and I really enjoy that. His 90 stamina means he lasts all game. And overall, I have to give this guy's physical a 7.5 out of 10. Don't get me wrong, he's not a beast, but he will hold his own in a lot of 50-50s. Alright guys, so what's the final verdict on this card? I think if you need a super sub and you want a cheap one, he's going to be a great value. He's also somebody who's good enough to start. There's not really much that separates him from the team of the season Carrasco, the team of the season Baileys of the world. But there's nothing wrong with that because he's not supposed to be that expensive. And once his price drops, I think I'll highly suggest him. Overall, I got to give him an 8.5 out of 10. He's a very good card and I highly suggest him. Next, we'll talk about Walter Boo. He's the highest rated team in the group stages Conmebol card, and he's selling for 170k. Is he worth it? I would have to say, even at that price, he's not a bad value, but realistically, when he does drop a little bit, he's going to be an even better value. I really enjoyed this card. We're going to start off talking about his pace once again, and while he's not quite as quick as Chancalay, he is very quick in his own regard. He does have a lot of explosiveness coming out of skill moves, and his sprint speed at 92, which I did boost with a Hunter Chem style to 99, was very good. Once he was in behind, it was very hard for opposition defenders to catch him unless they had fullbacks at center back. Overall, this guy's pace is a 9.5 out of 10. Not quite maxed out, but very, very close. Next, we'll talk about this guy's shooting. And this guy definitely has some good shooting boots. His attacking positioning is very, very nice. He makes extremely dangerous runs. And I really enjoyed that. One thing to note though is because of his medium-low work rates, I did find him a bit lazy at times. I set him to get him behind stage central, but there were times where he was in the midfield, and I do have to give him negative marks for that. His finishing though, when he's in the box, is clinical as hell. He has 94 finishing, 97 shot power, so he has the accuracy and the power to beat the keeper. And if you get it from a good angle, it's gonna hit the back of the net. Even if you have a half chance, he's gonna test the keeper at the very least. Overall, this guy's shooting is a 9.5 out of 10. He definitely has a striker's touch, a striker's finish, and I really enjoyed that. Next, we'll talk about his passing, and honestly, this guy's passing was pretty good. I didn't really expect him to be a great playmaker, being that he's more of a striker than a cam. But he is. I mean, he has 91 vision, 95 short passing, 91 curve. So he does have the touch in and around the box to set other players up. He's going to operate very well as a target man if that's what you want. He's going to operate very well as a false 9. And because he has 78 long passing, while he's not going to set the world on fire with his long passes, he'll be able to pull them off if you give him enough space. Overall, this guy's passing is an 8.5 out of 10. Next, we'll talk about his dribbling, and this was by far my favorite part of the card. And you look at this guy's stats, you look at Chancalay's stats, and you would think that Chancalay was better on the ball. And while Chancalay does have more explosiveness coming out of the skill moves, this Boo card's left stick dribbling, close control, and everything like that was much better. And I'm not sure what it was, because when I was left stick dribbling with this guy, you would swear he had better dribbling stats. You would swear he had better agility and balance stats. And that's not to say his stats are bad, but he did outperform them. He has 95 agility, 92 balance, but did feel like they were maxed out. I checked his height. I was like, maybe he's shorter than I think. but he's 5'9". Whatever the case is, there's a mix of body type and stats here that allows him to feel extremely responsive when it comes to the left stick dribbling. And if you like to left stick dribble, R1 dribble, L1 dribble in the box to create your shots rather than skill, you're really gonna enjoy this card. This guy can have opposition defenders wrapped around his finger. He has very nice dribbling as well, and he does have very good explosiveness coming out of the skill moves. Overall, I gotta give this guy's dribbling a 9.75 out of 10. The only thing that will make it perfect is, of course, the 5-star skills. Finally, we'll be talking about his physical, and he does have the physicality to play striker at this stage of the game. And a lot of that's due to his 89 aggression. I really noticed him being very sticky, and I do play on press after possession loss, and this guy's somebody you like to have if you're playing that tactic, because he does win a lot of second chances just by virtue of being at the right place at the right time and pressing. He has 90 stamina and 99 jumping, which are great stats to have as well. And overall, I gotta give this guy's physical an 8 out of 10. Alright guys, so what's the final verdict on Boo? I think he's a great card. I think he's somebody that will become a cheap beast later when he's in packs for a little bit longer. But let's look at the positives. He has the pace. He has extremely good and agile dribbling, and his finishing is great. His passing is very good. His physical makes him a very well-rounded card. I can't really say I have any weaknesses with him, and therefore I gotta give him a 9 out of 10. He's definitely better than I thought he was gonna be, and I really highly suggest him. Alright guys, so that's going to be my double review for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Once again, don't forget to like and subscribe. I will catch you in the next episode, but until then,